Let's define some terms. Let's make sure we're all on the same page of what metabolism function actually is. So what is metabolism? Converting food into human energy. Bet you knew that. Your body's ability to convert potential energy into usable human energy. What does that mean? What is that in simple layman's terms? It means converting fat into fuel. Converting fat into energy. If you have a belly, if you have belly fat, you most likely have some level of metabolic dysfunction. If you've never heard the term metabolic dysfunction before, it means there's part of your cell that's not working. If anybody can guess what cell this is in your body, or knows what cell this is, either you're a nurse, you're a doctor, or you're otherwise trained in the ways of the human body. It's the first cell responsible for breaking fat down and converting it into glucose, aka energy. It's a liver cell. So this is a liver cell. Your liver is the first organ, the first type of cells that break down fat so it can be used as energy. There's a part in every cell, whether it's your liver cell or your muscle cells, because your muscles are the second cells that get into the act to make sure they break down fat and energy. Every cell has something in common. And when this one part of the cell is underperforming, that's what causes metabolic syndrome. And when you go through a hormonal change, it can cause metabolic syndrome. Let's get to the root of the problem. It's these little babies. These little babies are called mitochondria. You have them in every cell except your fat cells and your red blood cells. The mitochondria underperforming is why the cells aren't doing what they're supposed to do. You have cells in your muscles as well. They look a bit different. The mitochondria in your muscle cells are sort of bluish and they go in between the sarcomeres. And without the mitochondria performing well, the cell cannot perform well. Now, before I ask you if you have metabolic syndrome, let me tell you how serious this is. From obesity to diabetes to cancer to Alzheimer's to MS, every single chronic disease is linked to mitochondria dysfunction. So at the heart, at the root, at the core of every single chronic disease, from obesity to cancer, there is mitochondria dysfunction. It means the mitochondria, the energy cell, the powerhouse of every cell, it's underperforming. And this is the definition of metabolic syndrome. So if you're wondering, maybe I do have it.